Hi, I'm Andrew Behrens with William Tools. William Tools aims at improving caregiver satisfaction, patient care, and improved workflow by designing and creating patient-specific items to help you not only work better, but easier and overcome your unique challenges. We will provide a tool to help you overcome the challenges that you are facing. Using additive technologies, we can take your problem and develop and create a solution. After an accident left my son trach and vent dependent, we were left with lots of supplies in our own home, trying to figure out how to organize, how to set them up, how to make things work in our life for taking care of a medically fragile patient. We started creating systems, and what we found as we created these systems is that there are holes and gaps in our systems. Things that we needed at a moment's notice weren't available. So I put my engineering degrees to use, and I started creating items that were needed. What ended up happening is a lot of our nurses started asking, hey, where can we get these items? Because they're incredibly helpful, they're incredibly useful, and we really want to have these in other homes to help take care of our other patients because of how useful they were. And so we created William Tools and started providing this service to other families.
I was a home health nurse for approximately 12 years before I go into this home, and I'm working like I normally would with kids that have special needs, but medically fragile children. So not just your average special need, but you have trachs, you have ventilators, you have kids who have certain diagnoses that requires G buttons, which are gastric tubes. We call them G button for short. So we go in, this child happens to be trach and vent dependent. So I go in, I'm thinking I'm going to the average place. I'm walking in, I'm like, okay, some homes are a little bit different than others. So you have a setup that looks like a hospital. Some families are great at that. Some look like your average living room with nothing that you need at all. It just looks like you're going in the kid's room. And while that's nice, you need a lot of equipment. So you're like, where are things at? So I go in and I automatically see a board. I see organization. I'm like, okay, I see where the meds are. I see where my supplies are. I see where my backup equipment is as a nurse. I see where my patient is. Of course, I see emergency equipment and so on. So everything is, to me, placed where it should be. But then I start using little gadgets, unpacking my things, and I'm like, oh, well, what is this? That's different. Haven't seen that. And then I see something else, and I'm like, that's interesting. I wish I had this at this person's house. I wish I had that last week when I worked with this John Doe and this baby girl. And I still keep finding things. And then I meet the father. So dad comes in, he says, well, here's this, here's that, here's all our things, and there is the baby. And I'm like, okay, great. So what do you do for, he's like, oh, well, I kind of created this little gadget to do this. And I'm like, oh, that's different. So all right, I noticed this, so what is this for? So I started asking questions because he was in there. So I finally just said, okay, so this right here, what do you use this for? So he's showing me all these little bitty 3D tools, as we call them. And they were just used just because some things were missing. So we have markets where it's like, we need this thing to do that, but we're not all engineers. We can't all make it. So what he was able to do is make his own. So he made all these little tools that I feel like had been missing from the hands of home health nurses, parents, alike, companies. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, where did you get this stuff? So I'm thinking he may have ordered it somewhere. And I've been a nurse who consistently worked with families who did have a shortage of on-hand tools to do their job or to help their child or to make this connect to this to make it easier or more reachable. And so with that being said, I'm always looking for an answer for a parent. I'm always looking for an option. This family was very unique because all of their designs were really original, customized, and I was very impressed with how much better these different little trinkets worked for everything that I've ever did all in my 11 years past. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, if I knew that this existed. So I'm still thinking I can tell this the next family that I meet. Everyone needs this, by the way. Everyone that I've ever worked with in the past with a trach and ventilator dependent child.
It has become a passion of mine to now help others with elevating the care that they can provide. This is what William Tools is all about, providing the proper tool to help you provide the best care that you can. Lean concepts are a set of management practices that focus on reducing waste and improving efficiency. By applying lean concepts, you can create a stable system within your own home for your own patient that is uniquely catered to their needs. When it comes to home health care, what boils down to is having the right tool where you need it when you need it. So when it comes to that critical moment of care, you have exactly what you need in arm's reach. Whether you have a tool that we've already developed or you need a unique design, William Tools is here to help.